Welcome back to the show. Welcome back.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
A little hiatus.
Yeah.
For like a month.
I think every episode we start off with every hiatus.
Yeah.
But we're here.
Well, hopefully, we're trying to get it on track, but motherfuckers always are working.
Yeah, that's me. Always working. Welcome back to the JM Pro Sports Talk. Today we kind of go over multiple things. Of course, we're both wearing reds, so I think due to the nature of what they're doing, it's pretty important to us. So, of course, we're going to start off talking MLB and the Reds, but we do kind of go into the NBA draft today. We do kind of cover the CONCACAF Gold Cup and just
Gold
kind
Cups are not until like July. We're going to talk about the League Cup, CONCACAF League Cup. That's the one that we just won.
We're going to go over the MLS a little bit today, talk about FC Cincinnati, of course.
Go over a couple of summer transfer window activities.
Yeah. So let's get started. All right, Cincinnati Reds, red hot.
Yes,
Red smoking hot.
Yeah.
12-game win streak. First time since 1957.
And just ended the Braves' 8-game win streak.
And,
we're just the GOATs.
And if you're looking at I think the one thing when we're looking at their records, okay, the one thing I really, really, really want to pay close attention to is Atlanta Braves run differential on the season.
Yeah.
You know, even going into today, they're plus 105.
Yep.
So let alone great pitching. They have great bats. And we saw that last night, 3 straight homers in the 8th inning alone. But I mean, man, last night was an instant classic.
That might have been the best baseball game I've ever watched.
That has to be, crazy. Right now, a game of the year for sure.
Easily. That's probably game of the year for the past 5 years, like even including like playoff games.
And the fact that they homered 3 times in the 8th inning and still were down by a run.
Well, not even that. They were up 5-0 in the first inning.
Yeah.
And they lost.
Yeah, so I think what's happening in Cincinnati, super exciting. Listening to a podcast today, John Sadak was kind of explaining the attitude and like the environment around the clubhouse. And it used to be, the Cincinnati Reds were vulnerable and everybody knew it.
Who is that? Hank, he's still eating. Sorry, Max's dog likes to eat toilet paper rolls for breakfast. So, yeah.
All right.
No, it's
so
3 in the afternoon.
Well, John Sadak said he's never seen a team where every single person is on the same exact page. And he said that the vibe and the feeling in the clubhouse is that there's no one that can beat them. And I think that they showed that last night, even being down 5-0 in the first inning. But it's like every time the Reds fall into this deficit, it's not for a couple games against the Cubs, we were matching them on runs.
No, this is just every game. Our starters.
Or most comeback wins in the MLB.
That's because our starters, like Luke Weaver, should be in the MLB. Like some of these people, and Brandon Williamson's real bad about it. They'll give up in the first 4 innings for like 5-6 runs, and then we have to fucking come back and win. It's like,
but
we need to
inning by inning.
As soon as we get healthy, we'll be way better than we are now, because we don't have Hunter Green for like 10 days or whatever it is.
So we're looking at just let alone pitching. Okay,
yeah,
let's talk about the pitching. Everybody that's injured right now, you got TJ Antone, Justin Dunn, Hunter Green, Vladimir Gutierrez, Derek Law. Casey
Legumina.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
you got it.
Nick Lodolo,
yeah,
Connor Overton, Reaver San Martin, Tony Santillan. I mean, that's all.
Our starting rotation right now, Max, is Brandon Williamson, Luke Weaver, Ben Lively, and then who else?
Brandon Williamson,
Andrew
Abbott.
And that's it. Yeah, Andrew Abbott. They honestly have like a 6-man rotation.
Now having Graham Ashcraft back will be huge.
Oh, yeah.
But it's all about
if he can not give up 60 runs.
Yeah.
Because he's got like a 6.78 ERA or something.
So, but I think it's very impressive that no matter what inning it's in, the Reds always find a way to come back, and even if it's 5 runs, 6 runs, it's inning by inning.
We got some live bats right now.
Well, listening to the game happening in London right now, the Cubs are spanking the Cardinals. Last time I checked, it was 7-1 in the 6th inning. I think it was, so it's on Fox, and I was listening to the broadcast, and it's all about what they said was consistency. There's no pitcher or batter right now on the Cardinals roster besides Nolan Arenado offensively. Oh, Arenado's he's batting.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Arenado's batting a 306, and he's the highest on the team. Everyone else is below.
Okay, yeah, that's normal.
Yeah,
306 is insane.
Yeah.
You're hitting 306.
yeah. But what they're saying is that just the pitchers very inconsistent. So are the batters.
Well, they
and
still have Adam Wainwright on their roster. He's 40. So
he was the starting pitcher today.
yeah,
So-
guess what? Guess whatever happens when he plays the Reds. Beat the absolute shit out of
But the biggest reason why I'm bringing them up is because they talked about the division and they talked about it. And it's nice hearing, when they talk about the Cardinals, what's nice is when they say they're 9.5 games back from the Reds, not just first place, the Reds.
Something I think we
So-
should talk about real quick.
But let me slide into this. Okay, let me slide into this. So the reason, no, not yet. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Fox was talking about the Cincinnati Reds this morning before the first pitch at the London game. And they said, well, you can't tell the St. Louis Cardinals is to out-hit your opponent because that's going to be hard to do. You need help from your bullpen. Then they said, but you can't tell the Cincinnati Reds that.
Exactly. Well, our bullpen, honestly, over the past month has been fucking insane.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're averaging 8.4 runs a game in our last 10 games.
Yeah.
So that's pretty absurd.
It's nice having some bats on the team.
Yeah.
Especially Ellie hitting for the cycle yesterday, Votto hitting 2 bombs.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to go into the Reds a little bit and kind of what yesterday was all about and why it was so big. Once again, Joey Votto.
2 bombers.
2 bombers. What is that? His third home run
in his first week back.
Yeah. So
he's on pace to pass Ohtani.
And De La Cruz, this was his 15th game?
Yeah, his 15th game, and he went 4 for 5 yesterday with
So-
a hit for the cycle, and he had the cycle in the 6th inning.
Yeah. Yeah. So looking at some of the batting highlights, Votto, 2 home runs. Fraley with a home run. De La Cruz with a home run. I mean, RBIs with Votto had 4
De La Cruz had a
RBIs.
triple. No, De La Cruz had 4 or 5.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just
And he had a stolen
weapons
base.
all over the team. And you're looking at the age variation between Votto and De La Cruz. It's like anybody on the team can hit right now.
Well, I mean, look at our worst batting average on lineup. It's Luke Maley.
Well, I mean,
And he's
yesterday,
batting 244. That's league average.
yesterday all
240.
9 of our batters got on base.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just whatever is happening right now, it's insane. And whatever they have to do to keep this momentum going for a lot longer, just because I only say that just because the Brewers are still only a game and a half.
It's really nice, though, that's helping us out is that Spencer Steer is taking a nice transition to left field.
Yeah, and
Since Votto
he's
came back. And I would like to say I was one of the people that did not want Votto to come back, but I was wrong.
I think I wanted him.
I just didn't.
I'm pretty sure.
The only reason I didn't is just because I feel like we have such young talent in the infield that I didn't want him to come back and take a spot and have to send somebody down. But
Or you think about last year when he was striking out like it was his job.
Well, that's because what he's been doing the last 2 years is he's just been going to try and hit home runs instead of doing what he used to do, where he just would have like a 500 on base percentage.
Yeah,
and he would be batting like 280 or something.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. We are one of the last MLB teams because this was on the Locked. So I listened to Locked On Reds podcast, and if anybody needs a Reds podcast to listen to, I mean, they are phenomenal. Jeff Carr. Yeah, I mean, we talk about the Reds. We're not only about the Reds, though, but Jeff Carr runs the whole show over there, and they have a bunch of minor leaguers on like every single week. So I like listening to it. They had Matt McLean on like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, like John Sadak and Jeff Carr were talking on a podcast that we are one of the last MLB teams to have a three catchers on the 40-man roster.
That's because fucking Stevenson, if he plays catcher all year, is going to get hurt.
But with Votto back, we don't, because the plan was for him to be catcher and first base, but then he only played 6 games at first base.
Yeah, because every time he plays, he's playing DH. But what they need to do is cut Casale, bring someone up, whoever the hell they want to bring up.
But they're not going to.
And then they can just have Luke Maley and Stevenson just back and forth on DH. Or well, actually, never mind. Luke Maley's not playing DH, but have Stevenson go back and forth DH and catcher. Well, and then they can fucking put Will Benson as a DH.
Encarnacion needs to come up.
I wish.
And this is going to free up a space.
We'd have
to get rid of the 3 catcher rule, and that's going to free up a spot.
But we also got to we have to admit we were wrong. I thought Nick Kroll was going to be a dick and not call up Ellie.
Yeah.
But he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Smart move. Maybe.
Finally.
But it's
finally.
But if we're looking at like the minor, like Encarnacion right now, like he can't get much better than what he's batting right now.
Yeah, he's hit like fucking 20 home runs.
He's batting 334 right now in the minors.
I don't know what they're waiting for, honestly.
Exactly. And it's not like there's not so much more that he can do to prepare for the MLB. The more he plays in the minor league, I feel like it's going to be harder for him to adjust to the MLB.
Like, if they really think that, like, because I know a part of the reason they're playing Stevenson at DH so much is because he gets hurt a lot. But if they really had a problem with it, they could just switch him to fucking what's his name, Stevenson to catcher, and let him play catcher, and then have a couple off days, let him play catcher, and then have Strand play DH.
Yeah,
because Strand is also an infielder. He plays third base, but he's been playing in outfield a little bit in the minors, which would be great for us because I mean our outfielders are good, but
we still
had
have
a bat like that in the outfield. It'd be nice because we don't have any power in our outfield. Our outfield is mostly just good hitting.
Well, and at the same time too. I mean, it's we have such a good minor league system going on right now that you still have Noel V. Marte.
Yeah, but he's 18.
Well, yeah, but it's like
no, I was thinking of Cam Collier.
He's 22.
I was thinking of Cam Collier. No,
yeah,
but Novelli Marte's like I think he's like probably 22, maybe 21. 22.
Yeah,
no, 21. Sorry,
21. Yeah, 21. So yeah, I mean it's. I mean, you still got Jose Barrero in the minors. He's like a
defender. He's not very good at hitting.
I can't believe he hit that grand slam.
Yeah. Someone I really hope they don't send down that I was really shitting on at the beginning of the year was Will Benson.
I think Will Benson already has solidified his spot for this season.
He's just been balling
everything. There's no way. Back up. And he's such a threat running too on the bases.
Yeah, he's fast.
And
I think they should be playing him in right field. He's got a cannon for an arm. I know Fraley's got a good arm, but I feel like Will Benson's got a better.
Well, having Will Benson in the lineup too, him being a left-handed batter, that always is going to add that flexibility.
Well, that's because 90% of our lineup is right-handed hitters.
But look at our outfielders, though. You got Jake Fraley left-handed, TJ Friedel left-handed.
Fraley.
Yeah.
Benson. That's it.
So.
And then Steers right-handed because he's been playing outfield.
Yeah. So, I mean, another game tonight. We will be at the game Sunday. So, let's see. I'm trying to find the – all right, here we go.
You can.
Oh yeah, tell you.
What?
Say hey.
I will. Just you can go real quick.
Okay. But yeah, so going into tonight's matchup, newly fresh off the IL, we have Graham Ashcraft. So, of course, you don't know what to expect when someone comes off the IL and the first game back, whether it's going to be a smooth return or it's going to be something that you might struggle with. But I think Graham Ashcraft is going to have the run support right now to where he's going to feel comfortable in the lineup.
Well, let's hope he just doesn't give up 70 runs.
He won't.
Oh, my God, I got his fucking ERA dead on.
Wow, yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I didn't know what it was. I just knew it was bad. He's giving up 7 runs earned per 9, and he's probably pitching 4 fucking innings.
Yeah.
That's something they need to figure out, how to get their starters to not only go for 4 innings.
All right, you got this.
But
you go, yeah. You talk about the game real quick.
What, tomorrow? I mean,
yeah.
I don't even know who this dude is pitching tomorrow, but he ain't looking too hot. He's got 23 Ks and 22 walks. But I think tomorrow is probably going to be a game like yesterday was, where it's just going to be super high scoring, and because Graham Ashcraft's he's been out for like 2 weeks or something, hasn't he, or a week and a half?
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, he's going to come back and probably do not great, especially against the fucking Braves lineup, which is probably the best team in the league, in my opinion. I think just because they're so well-rounded, but I know the record doesn't say they're the best because Tampa's fucking absolutely insane, and they won like 20 games in a row to start the season. But I would say that it's probably going to be still a tough game tonight, especially.
She wants a guest star. She wants to say one thing about the Reds.
Oh yeah.
And
then why it's on my mind. Anybody that's watching, has to tell Max that he's not allowed to be a fan of the Pirates and the Reds, because you're not allowed to do that. And Emily can say the same thing.
Ellie, okay, you guys ready?
No, you gotta tell him that Max can't be a fan of the Pirates and the Reds.
That is actually true. I almost wish we had recorded our conversation that we had last week about that.
Yeah.
Well, it sucks.
Well, now that the Reds are like better than the Pirates, he won't care about the Pirates anymore. So it's totally fine.
It's not that like, you know, I don't like them.
Oh yeah. Now you're saying that.
They're just a part of Pittsburgh.
Go up into his
I like Pittsburgh about
closet
everything.
now. He's got Pirates merch. That's kind of odd. To
Wait, hold
have
on.
If you're not a Pirates
Wait, hold
fan.
on. What, Max? What's this right here behind you?
Nothing.
What is on this blanket right here? Is that a Pirates logo?
Well, it was a gift.
Oh yeah.
It was a gift.
Okay.
But yeah. So
Guest star Emily on FaceTime.
All I wanted to say was Ellie De La Cruz has the biggest dick in the MLB to come off the bench in his fucking rookie season and hit a cycle. Like it's just insane. What is like the first time since 86 or 87?
No, 89. Eric Davis, I think.
yeah.
Yeah,
For the
something-
Reds,
something
anyway.
like that.
Yep. But
That's
his
my
15th game in the
professional-
MLB.
yeah,
So
my professional medical opinion as a nurse too,
oh,
and that's it.
well, then I trust it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.
Well, hopefully that got through the mic, but if not, that might just be silence for a couple minutes.
Yeah. Well, just want to give a shout out to
Ellie De La Cruz and his big dick, I guess. Yeah.
It is massive.
Yeah, I've seen it when he's running around the bases.
Yeah, it hurt my jaw. So, but yeah, another high scoring game. I agree with you. I don't think, Graham Ashcraft has a fantastic game coming off the IL. I think that he's definitely going to struggle a little bit. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Over under is 12.5. You take that? You go over or under?
Over 12.5, you said?
Yep.
With these two pitchers starting, I'd probably have to go with over. I'd probably do an alternate line of like over 15 or something.
Yeah, I would too.
Because I mean, it's the two of the best hitting teams in the league right now.
Yeah.
And the Braves have been like this all year. They're pitching besides Spencer Strider, or what's his name?
Who?
Spencer Strider
For the Braves. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball this year, and he's like in his second year or something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just crazy. Baseball is wild right now. I mean, if you're not a fan of baseball, you need to try and get into it because baseball is just awesome.
And of course, I do want to, before we go on to the NBA segment, thought it was cool seeing Mike Trout and Shohei go back to back last night too.
Dude, Shohei Ohtani is
First
crazy.
25 home runs on the season.
Have you seen these stats? Here, talk about that for a second.
So-
I'm gonna pull up something. You're gonna be like, "Wow, that's dumb."
Yeah, so I mean, even if we're looking at kind of the stats of MLB right now, my God,
Here, listen to this
he
real
is
quick.
incredible.
Yeah, listen to this. So Shohei Ohtani, he leads the Angels right now in batting average, home runs, RBIs, stolen bases, runs, on base percentage, slugging percentage, hits, innings pitched, ERA, wins, strikeouts, WHIP, and opponent batting average.
I mean, it's crazy.
He's the best baseball player of all time. He has to be.
Yeah, I mean, to have that.
His career ERA is like fucking 2.5.
Yeah, I don't. It's unreal that he's that good.
It is.
At
It's
everything.
crazy.
I mean,
It is
it's just
insane.
It's seriously.
And he
it's like-
carried them to the fucking. Well, I mean, he kind of carried them, but like the World Baseball Classic, he's
He
like the
definitely,
main
yeah,
catalyst in that too. And he closed the game out against Mike Trout.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
That was nuts. Yeah, I mean, he's just unreal. The 25 home runs, first in MLB. Matt Alonso.
What?
I about said Matt Alonso.
Who?
Matt Olson,
Oh.
second with 23, and Pete Alonso with 23. Matt Olson, of course, added to that.
Oh, before we
yesterday.
even move on from that, we got to talk about Luis Arias.
Yeah,
That
I
dude
mean,
is
he's
hit
on
crazy
402 right
in
now.
June.
Exactly. Yeah, unreal. I mean, to have the second highest,
There's Acuna, and he's almost 100.
329.
He's almost 100 points below him.
Hey, I mean, how do you even pitch against him?
I don't know, dude. I mean, the only thing that I don't understand is how he hits that good all the time and has one home run on the season.
All about that contact.
I agree. Like, it's not
All
bad.
about that contact.
Right now, the Marlins are in the playoffs.
He's probably doing what I should do in golf, and just not swing as hard. Maybe just focus.
I don't
on
think
hitting.
it's that he's not swinging as hard. He's probably choking up like Votto used to do, because Votto used to never hit home runs.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
he would just choke up on the bat. Like, the end of the bat would be like right here.
Yeah,
his
and that
hand would
wasn't
be
even
down
that
here,
long
and he
ago.
would, it was like
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
And he just would swing for contact every time.
And now he's hitting for bombs.
Yeah.
So, man, the bomb factory. And also look at who's fifth in the ERA. Sonny Gray.
Dude, that's always Reds pitchers.
Yeah.
The top they keep coming out with lists like every couple weeks or so about top 10 pitchers, and I think 2 or 3 times that they've done it, there's been 4 Reds pitchers that were like on the Reds within the past couple years. Like the Sonny Gray, Luis Castillo, I think Kevin Gausman was one, and then who's the other one? I can't remember, but it's just crazy.
Yeah, and then Spencer Strider, 136 strikeouts on the season too.
Gausman's right behind him. Ohtani's in third.
Third in strikeouts, first in home runs, third in RBIs.
Yeah.
I mean, he's unreal.
Where's he have stolen base? Oh, he's not on there.
No.
I was surprised. I thought he'd be up there, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, Corbin Carroll, my gosh.
Yeah, he's a baller.
23 on the season already.
So is Wander Franco, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
Acuna's winning MVP. I think he should win MVP over Arias. I don't give a fuck if he's hitting 400.
I think it's still early.
Acuna,
so.
yeah, I agree, but I'm just saying, at this moment, because people are always talking about that. Acuna's got to be winning.
I would think so.
He's got 30
or
something
Ohtani.
Stolen bases. Well, that's AL MVP. There's 2 out MVPs, but
Yeah.
dumbass. But I would pick Acuna over him. I also just like Acuna a lot, but
yeah, he smacked a home run against us too.
Yeah.
So
I think everybody on the team did.
yeah,
there was 9 home runs yesterday. So.
All right. So covering the NBA. Of course, nothing is happening besides the NBA draft. And let me just say,
Wembanyama.
as a Pacers fan, this couldn't have gone worse. Okay. No point in drafting 4 guards and 1 forward when the team already has a full roster of guards and no forwards. That desperately needs small forwards, power forwards, and centers, and we draft 1 fucking forward in our 5 picks that we get. We draft 1 forward, 2 point guards, and 2 shooting guards. On a roster that is already young and has depth at the guard position. Unless they're planning on trading at least 3 of the guards that are currently on the team, this draft makes no sense.
Well, they're probably going to
sense.
They're going to send half them people to D League.
But you can only have 15.
Well, yeah, but the people that they drafted are probably going to be better than or more likely to be on the team in the G League.
But they would have to beat out Chris Duarte.
Duarte's in G League?
Huh?
He's in the G League?
Oh, well, I hope so.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the people that they're drafting now, they're probably going to stash in the G League until if they start playing good, then they can call them up and send out.
Yeah, but they can only decide on. Oh well, I don't
think it's smart. I'm not saying it's smart. I'm just saying
it.
That's probably what they're doing.
Yeah, probably. It's stupid. It's dumb.
Oh, hold on. I got just real quick. What is your opinion on the Brandon Miller, Scoot Henderson thing? Because I've seen a bunch of people saying that they think that the Hornets are stupid for taking Brandon Miller because Scoot Henderson's so much better. But Scoot Henderson is going to be playing. I mean, I know he's way smaller. Well, not way smaller, but he's a little smaller than LaMelo. But they both need the ball in their hand. And Brandon Miller is a spot-up shooter. And he can drive and stuff. But he obviously can create his shots. But
no, I
think Brandon Miller's going to fit the Hornets way better than Scoot Henderson would have.
Yeah.
And I think
makes no
the
sense.
Trailblazers, because Damian Lillard said he doesn't want to rebuild because obviously he's 33 or 32, that Scoot Henderson will be like their new Damian Lillard without the shooting, really.
Yeah.
And if they get rid of Damian Lillard, they can get someone super good to put along with him. And it's not like they don't have good young talent already because they got that one dude that jumps out of the gym, Shaden Sharp or whatever.
Yeah.
He's good. And they got a bunch of good young players, and people are like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Scoot Henderson is going to
No, I think Brandon Miller is what they need. I think a small forward is what they needed.
If those 2 picks were flipped, that same thing would have happened. It would have been Scoot Henderson, Brandon Miller.
Yeah.
And If the Trailblazers had the 2nd pick, they probably would have took Scoot Henderson, and then obviously the Hornets would have took Brandon Miller.
I think with because I strongly believe Lillard is going to be leaving the Trailblazers.
He 100% leaving.
Um,
Unless they somehow
So there's no-
trade this pick.
I just
Not
don't.
like
I just
later.
don't see how those two picks would have worked out the opposite way. I mean,
No.
the Hornets needed a forward. They
If
needed
Brandon
a small
Miller went to
forward,
the
and
Trailblazers, he wouldn't be. I think he's going to be good, but like
he would still
wouldn't
start
be.
on
Yeah,
the
he would start,
Trailblazers,
but he's not going to be as good as he'd be probably on that team because one, they're super young. Like
Yeah.
the Hornets are, like they have a young core. LaMelo, now him, Miles Bridges, PJ Washington.
And if you're playing on the same team as Damian Lillard, the offensive focus is not on you.
it's on Damian Lillard. Yeah, and
So
Damian Lillard probably has the ball in his hand 30% of the game.
yeah. So I mean, I think this would work out really well for the Trailblazers because if they do plan on moving him soon, then this is a perfect opportunity for Scoot, and I think they found their replacement. And who knows what do you think they're going to get for him?
For who? Lillard?
Yeah.
I can probably get like a decently. They're not going to get
He's
like
old.
They're not.
He's
Well, yeah, he's
older.
older, but like how he plays because he doesn't like drive in as much as he used to. How he plays now, he probably could warrant getting like a because you got to think he's only like 32.
Yeah, but does he get
And he
Chris
can-
Paul money?
Damian Lillard,
Yeah.
he already has that money.
I thought
He's on a
thought
contract.
Chris Paul made more than Damian
He
Lillard
probably
currently.
does. Well, he might not currently because I think Chris Paul's making like 33 million right now.
28.4 million. Chris Paul.
You're not typing, dude.
Huh.
But I'd say they probably could get, depending on who they want to trade him to, because obviously they're.
Oh,
I told you.
Jesus!
I told you.
I didn't know he's making that much.
What do you mean? He's fucking good as shit.
Well, I
He's
think
like
the
Damian
playoffs
Lillard-
prove differently for that kind of money.
No, that's not. It's not that. The thing about
42
Lillard,
million?
that's just NBA players, dude. What do you mean?
Ah.
He's on a fucking small market team, and he's the only good player they've had in the past 15 years because every time they have another good player, they're like, yeah, let's get rid of him. Like when they had
That is
they used to
nuts.
have a team that was so stacked and they only won one playoff series, and that was when they had what's his name, LaMarcus Aldridge, Wesley Matthews, Nicholas Batum, like all that. They still couldn't do shit. That's making 50 mil. So.
Yeah, he's not even on top 10.
You know, it's really crazy.
Oh, wait, he's right there. He's 8th. Yeah.
Where's he at? Hold on.
Man, that is insane.
I'm trying to see. Oh, look at that.
KD making 47 as well.
Zion's making 33
33
mil, and that's how many games he's played. 33. How crazy is that?
That is nuts.
You see that girl that
Mariah Mills, she
the-
got his
got his
name tatted on his
her
face.
That's crazy. Dude.
Yeah. Okay.
That girl is clout chasing.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Okay.
Oh,
So
hold on.
but
I'm really, really upset
okay.
just because I love him so much. But I'm really,
Marcus Smart?
really sad about Marcus Smart getting traded. Like very, very sad.
I'm glad he got traded because I thought he played well for the Celtics and
I just
guarded
I don't know
all
why.
of our guards very well every time we play.
I just
so
don't know
I'm glad
why
he's not there.
they
anymore.
wouldn't try anything but that and just trade like Derek White. Like I know they couldn't trade Brogdon because of shoulder surgery, and like he was gonna fail physicals and shit. But
Yeah.
why could they not just trade Derek White or something? I know Derek White's way younger, but I just like Marcus Smart way more.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
He
your
literally is the
team,
heart
yeah.
of the fucking team.
Yeah. Well, Pacers absolutely fucked our future. So just kidding, not really, but at least for this year. Devlin, I already told Jake, pending free
That's a
agency.
forward right there. You
We are
dipshit.
not that's not our pick. It was traded.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
But
He's a small forward.
Ben Shepherd.
Small
No, he's
forward.
not.
It says it right there. 6'6". 190. Jesus Christ.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't think he's a small forward.
How do I weigh more than somebody? That's 6'6". I'm fucking 5'10".
Well, see right here, he's listed as shooting guard.
Well, that's not what this says.
Well, I mean, if he can play forward, that would make me feel a little bit better. But he probably has to put on some weight
This
before
guy
he does.
the guy the Celtics got.
Marcus Sasser
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't know anybody, honestly, in this draft.
looks like he had a groin injury last season.
I just can't watch college basketball unless UC's good. So
Yeah.
it's very hard for me to watch. But yeah.
But yeah, Pacers picking Penn State, Jalen Pickett too. Love that.
Then I ain't
Love
gonna lie
that.
to you, Max.
I love that.
I don't give a single fuck about anything else about the NBA draft. That was so worthless. I don't know not one person in this draft.
I think this
besides
draft
the
is one
first
of the ones
three
that I
people.
knew the least amount about.
That's what I'm saying. Like I literally
Yeah.
knew the top 3 picks as it.
Yeah, and then the Pacers pick
Oh,
Isaiah
shit.
Wong.
What?
So. Imani Bates, yeah, he went to the Cleveland.
How the fuck they got him listed as a shooting guard? He's 6'9". How the hell he even get drafted? He didn't even play in college.
I don't know.
Well, actually, no. When he went to Eastern Michigan, he probably played. But when he was on Memphis, he did not play.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
6'9", 190.
If he
so
if he actually starts playing though,
Man.
he could be so good. Because I remember his college or high school tapes, dude.
Yeah.
His high school tapes were crazy. Like when he's playing at IMG and stuff.
Okay, but this is what I'm afraid of. After the draft, okay, it just scares me a little bit that I think the trade that the Pacers made, what if it is the exact opposite? I mean, what if it's the exact same way, the Kawhi Leonard and George Hill?
Well, they didn't trade for another draft pick in that. They traded Kawhi Leonard for George Hill.
Yeah, but it's like still the pick of the Pacers. I mean, the only thing is he is Wembanyama's teammate, and so I don't know. Maybe he's just a freak of nature. And
Max, the Pacers didn't even get this dude. They traded that pick.
No, he didn't.
The Nuggets traded up earlier in this week to get this pick from the Pacers. So they don't have Jalen Pickett.
Oh, well, that's not me. One less guard. So I just liked it because he was at Penn State. But that's weird because it tells me my team picks. Because if it was doing that, then it should show. It should show the same for like.
I agree, but I'm just saying that's what it says on here.
Yeah, let me.
Let's not talk about the NBA anymore because
that's all we need to talk about.
Nothing going on besides
just
that.
this draft.
Oh, congratulations to the Nuggets though, because they're ballers.
Yeah, well,
I
mean that's just a matchup nightmare for anyone really.
Before we get to soccer, there's just one thing I do want to talk about. It's the U.S. Open. That shit was crazy.
I didn't watch it.
I was watching it. It was crazy. Because that course was, I don't even know how they was playing. That
like bad.
They were the first day.
The
first day, the leader was 10 under, and then the winning score was 10 under.
Jeez.
Yeah, it is crazy. And they were playing. Wyndham Clark was on Pat McAfee show, and he said that it was pitch black, like you couldn't even see your ball.
That's awful.
Yeah. Well, when they were playing over here, it was like 11 o'clock at night when the tournament ended.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a late ass fucking tournament.
Well, normally, because they're normally playing like more or less on the East Coast. What are you doing?
Retirement.
Oh, didn't mean to.
But yeah, I mean, it's just wild. I don't know. But I mean, when Wyndham Clark was balling. I was hoping he's gonna miss that putt though, because I wanted to see a playoff. But
All right. Moving over to soccer. Kind of want to cover the U.S. real quick and kind of their last 2 matches, which were insane matches.
Not really. I mean, they were just
okay, so I'm saying insane for Canada because of the players that we were missing and how good we still played without some of our best players. And then Mexico just
being a bunch of fucking dicks.
Well, yeah, but I'm glad that the USA actually have like, okay, let's look at the possession.
We probably won almost every statistic that game besides possession.
Yeah. So I mean shots. So we had 11 to their 5.
Did they every time they got it down, they would just try and cross it in. They wouldn't take shots.
But 4 red cards total for the entire match. I mean
that's because they were dude.
Mexico's
that
playing
one dude,
so dirty.
Conte, he ran up behind Balogun and swiped his legs out, and then they gave Weston McKennie a red card because he got in the guy's face, and then people ripped his jersey off.
Yeah,
and they gave McKennie a red card.
I mean, it was stupid.
And then the Mexican fans were being all salty because they're getting their ass beat, and they start doing their little homophobic chant thing.
Yeah, I mean,
and they've been told about that for the past like 5 years.
Yeah, I think it was Mexico, where the home fans were banned for a certain stretch because of the chants. It was racist chants, I think.
No, they only did the Mexican fans on like almost only do the fuck.
I forget which nation it was then, but it was the same. It was a soccer match, and then they just were start chanting, and it got so bad to where they banned the home crowd.
It's crazy.
And so,
Well, they also like kill refs if they make bad
Yeah,
calls.
they do.
So
yeah,
you know,
we should be refs.
but I'm good.
Um,
Good on that one.
But yeah, I think and having Brandon Vasquez on the roster now,
On the roster, he's not going to play. Ricardo Pepi and Balogun.
he might.
Ricardo Pepi and Balogun are definitely playing over him. Ricardo Pepi has been balling.
Well, apparently he's going to be heading to Europe here soon too.
Yeah,
So,
he's going to what was I seen it?
yeah, I can't remember what
I think
it
it
was
was a
either.
German team or something, but
Good for him.
yeah,
Good for him. But with goals,
He's a baller.
He's
also like 6'4".
yeah, that's a good size for a striker, and he's like not slow for being tall.
No,
So-
he's got sauce, dude.
Huh?
He's sauce.
Oh yeah.
So does Pulisic though. Pulisic needs to leave fucking Chelsea.
But yeah, the Nations League, I think that Mexico game was crazy because of what happened.
Oh, I was getting
But
hyped.
I was so happy to see that we were actually putting the pressure on, and not our defense was being really, really, really tight as soon as they crossed, or as soon as they got near to the box. Like they couldn't have any passes inside the box. I mean, it was nuts. But
It's funny too because
USA winning 2-0 against Canada.
It's funny too in that game because we also didn't have Tim Ream.
Yeah.
And he's like our normal guy on defense.
But like possession against Canada,
We're not good at possession.
no, we're not.
And
Canada was 64% possession.
Actually, we need to talk about this. Why the fuck did we rehire Greg Berhalter?
Oh, I don't know.
Even
the
in the
announcers.
Mexico, they literally did it in the middle of the Mexico game. Like at halftime, they right before halftime, they hired him, and he
Who
even
knows?
said in a press conference talking about it, he was like, "Yeah, I haven't talked to, and like basically any of those players that he was having beef with, like Gio Reyna or I forgot the other ones. I think it was one of the defenders like Robinson. I was like, why are you hiring him? He doesn't want your best players to play.
I know.
And
I
the
know.
thing that kind of fucks us, which I don't agree with, I don't really care if anybody disagrees with me or not, but they should not have to fucking hold back money to pay coaches because we have to pay the women's coach and the men's coach the same amount of
Oh
money.
yeah,
That doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense.
I would agree with that.
That makes no sense at all. If the United States men's team is getting as much publicization as it's getting, that might have been the wrong word, but how much coverage they get compared to the women's team, they should be able to have more money to give to a coach because they were talking about signing. Like Thierry Henry was thinking about doing it.
Oh yeah,
and,
no,
and
it's just,
Patrick Vieira was talking about it, and they wouldn't be able to get him because they want too much money because we can't pay them unless they sign the women's coach for more money.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
I mean, hopefully this move too doesn't ruin what is
Gio
kind of
Reyna.
like
Gio Reyna
what we
was our
have
best
right
player in this game. He had 2 assists.
Yeah, so if he's not back, I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
he had us looking like shit in the World Cup. Like we played good, but like we could have easily like kept it way closer with the Netherlands. But how they were playing was terrible.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense to me.
Well,
Like, why are you going to hire somebody back that makes your team worse? The dude that
we'll see
the
for the
dude-
Gold Cup then.
we won,
We'll see
our goal
for the Gold
differential
Cup.
in the 2 games that this guy's been the interim manager is 5.
Yeah.
And we haven't had a goal scored on us.
Hopefully, do you think they could just first match fire him?
They're not going to fire him. I
That'd
don't
be
know why
nice.
they want to keep him.
Oh, I don't know either.
Like, there's nothing good that he does that would make me say, oh, yeah, there's no one better to get.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't get it. I really don't get it. But tonight,
That's tonight?
Yeah.
Really?
10 p.m. USA and Jamaica.
I have to watch that after the FC game then.
Oh yeah, FC's got a really important one
That's going to be rough,
Yeah.
though. Did you see their front 3?
for Jamaica.
And they got, what's his fucking name? Mikel Antonio. Then they have Damari
Antonio.
Gray. And then, who's the other guy? I can't remember.
Man, this is.
I can't
gonna be-
remember.
I forgot
He's
about
so
him.
good.
I
Damari Gray,
forgot.
he's a baller.
Man, that sucks.
I can't not remember his name.
All right,
Nah, it's USA. Go down.
Jamaica. Gray.
Bailey, Leon Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's fast.
Their front
He plays
three
for Aston
is
Villa.
so fast.
Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice that we have Dest and Anthony Robinson, but like,
Yeah,
they're gonna
it's
be flying.
of course, we got Matt Turner. Vasquez, maybe he sees some time tonight.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
He's not playing.
What do you think about?
Wait, that's our projected starting lineup.
Yeah. So, man,
What?
Yedlin, Miazga, Robinson, Tolkien, Sands, Cal,
Where is?
Pereira.
Where's our
Zendejas
team at?
out? Okay, so look, this is
That's
everybody
the people that are out. That's not the people that like aren't. Where is our team?
Sargent.
There's no Pulisic. There's
What
no
is
Weston
happening?
McKennie.
Oh my gosh! If this is our lineup, we're getting absolutely torched.
Look, they don't have Weston McKennie. There's no.
Not even on the subs.
There's not even Serginho Dest isn't on it.
This.
No Timothy Weah.
Our defense is going to get smoked.
There's no Balgam. There's no Pepe. What the fuck just happened?
I
Did
don't
Berhalter
know.
just come and fuck our team? I'm so confused.
We're going to have to look more into that because
I'm so fucking confused.
where is everyone?
All right, well, that's not as hype as I thought it was going to be. If
Oh,
that's
well.
the case.
Look, it
What
looks like
the
he's already
hell?
fucking our team up already.
Unless they just couldn't play them because of like the gold or the CONCACAF League nations, but that happened like fucking a week and a half ago.
Yeah. Man,
That makes no sense.
absolutely no sense.
If they can actually play the people, that makes no sense at all. Like, what are we talking about?
Dude, this,
Is that the roster?
yeah, for the Gold Cup.
Are you fucking joking? What?
What is going on?
That's dope though.
Matt Miazga from FC. That's why I pointed him out earlier. And we have Brandon
What?
Vasquez.
Oh, so if you play in the Nations League, you can't play in the Gold Cup?
What?
I don't understand that, but whatever. Okay, well I guess we're going
Brandon
in with
Vasquez.
I guess we're going in
He's-
with our backup roster.
Man.
That's crazy. I didn't know you
Against a
couldn't play.
fast Jamaica.
I didn't know you couldn't
team.
play in 2 tournaments.
I didn't know that either.
That's weird. Look, wait, hold on. Go.
Man.
You see what that says? The headline for that?
What?
United States men's roster players for
Sends
Gold Cup
B
as
team.
USA sends B team. If this, oh my god, I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's nuts. All right, well, we'll see.
What the hell are they going?
We will see.
They might get their ass beat.
And they might, yeah. Antonio, he is going to eat.
Not even him, dude. Damari Gray.
You think? How do you think Miazga? How do you think he's going to defend against Antonio? Matt Miazga is very, 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 very slow. He's a big, beefy defender. Antonio's stupid.
Well, I guess
fast.
it looks like we don't got him tonight.
Who?
Miazga.
Oh, we don't. Wow. Wait for.
Or Brandon Vasquez. That's why Brandon Vasquez hasn't been playing. I was like, why has he not been playing for FC?
Wow.
Because he's in the Gold Cup.
All right. So, okay.
Oh my
well,
God.
now moving from the U.S. onto the MLS, covering FC Cincinnati, of course, which, of course, we're going to shout him out.
Number one
Talking
team
first
in the
in
league.
the MLS, 43 points on the season. Goal differential plus 14, tie for the best in the MLS.
And the thing is, too, is points in the MLS, we are 8 above everybody.
And Nashville's second with 35, and
And
they're a match.
they have a match on us.
Yeah, they're at 19. We're at 18. So tonight, I mean, what's going on with FC Cincinnati? They're just on. I mean, everyone
They
is.
just play so good. It doesn't matter what players we got on the field.
Yeah, I mean, this is.
We don't have Brenner anymore because he went to Udinese.
Yeah,
And we don't have Vasquez because he's in the Gold Cup. We've been just balling. It's crazy.
I
And
think.
that fucking a couple weeks ago, that free kick that Barry Out hit was nuts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was crazy.
And he's still young.
And Luis Acosta.
What is he? 22, 23?
And
Already out?
Lucho Acosta's about to be playing for United States.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
It's still so weird seeing him on TV because he is so short.
Yeah, he is very
Why
small.
was it 5'5", 5'6"?
Who?
Acosta.
I think he's like something like that, yeah.
I mean,
Team just
yeah.
started.
Yep. So 13 in a row on.
Hopefully, yeah.
Coming
it's
tonight?
Gonna be rough trying to win 3 in a row against
So-
the Braves, but we also beat the Astros
Well,
3 straight. So.
Well, they're going to win Sunday because we're going to be there. So, but yeah, I mean, shout out to FC Cincinnati, who I obviously playoff team last season. So I
to be
expected
an
us.
FC Cincinnati fan until the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Oh,
go to
yeah.
MLS, and
Yeah.
then if I ever see him wear an FC Cincinnati.
But it's funny because I
jersey,
was out of I think all my friends, I was the first one to go to FC game, and I went to
That's
many
not true. Me,
before they were even in the MLS.
I
So
literally went to him with you.
my first one, I went with Bly,
That's fine.
and then you.
Now there's a nipper.
Yeah.
So, speaking of fucking,
So how's it? So
Hold
wait,
on,
so
hold on, hold
so
on.
then, so then you can't call me a day one fan, even though I've been going to their matches before they were even in the MLS, all because I
no,
like
if you end up liking the Pittsburgh Riverhounds when they get in MLS,
no,
you're
I
not a fan.
I didn't know they had a soccer team. That's the first time I'm hearing of the Riverhounds.
Oh, like just now?
I literally thought that was a made up team,
Oh,
and
no,
you were just
that's
messing
not.
with me.
No, that's a real team.
Okay, so
They're in what's it called? The
USO.
USO, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So,
we played them like 2 weeks ago.
oh really?
Yeah, beat them like 1-0, I think.
I see. I swear to God, I don't know. So yeah.
But speaking of Nippert Stadium, actually, I forgot about this. This year, UC is going to be playing Oklahoma at Nippert.
oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
That's going to be crazy.
Oh dude, I can't wait.
Hopefully, they got College Game Day there.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Because last time College Game Day was there, it was fucking wild.
Um,
Wild.
Well, yeah. So FC definitely. When you're looking at DC United, then DC's 9th in the Eastern Conference. So far they're 6-5-8 on the season.
Well, the only
FC's 13-4-1.
Well, the only team we've lost to is St. Louis. So
Yeah, and that was a. No wait, I think we got smacked that game, didn't we?
yeah, it was like 4-0.
Yeah.
4-1.
So yeah, I think 10 in a row at home. Is that right for FC Cincinnati?
Like last game, like if they, well, they're not playing at home today, but
Yeah. But after
Yeah.
the last match,
Yeah.
it was home.
Mhm.
Yeah, crazy MLS, but
how crazy is that? We've only gave up fucking 16 goals this year.
yeah,
In 18 games.
Nashville's give up 14.
Yeah.
In 19 games. That's nuts too. But if you're looking at last place, 15th, they're Miami. I have a feeling that they're going to be a little bit better
Yeah, I'd imagine.
pretty soon.
You had, well, not pretty
Lionel
soon,
Messi.
That's about a month.
So, yeah,
It's not
but,
Lionel Messi. You fucking idiot. It's Lionel.
And then who you said Busquets?
Yeah. And I
Um,
saw, I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but I saw that they were like maybe thinking about trying to get Neymar to come there. Or Neymar was thinking about going there.
I mean, I
If
think
they did that, there's no fucking way they don't win every game they play.
Yeah.
Because Messi by himself could probably
Against the
get
MLS?
90 Messi by himself could probably get 90% possession.
might get 90 goals.
He
So
probably could. They only played 32 games. Or something. Actually, no, I think they played the same as Premier League and stuff, like 38. But Jesus Christ.
yeah, that definitely. I did not see that coming. All
I
right.
love it. I would love to fucking get tickets, but all of them sold out as soon as he signed with them. So,
Yeah,
and it's probably gonna be like that for the next 2 years because no one, basically in America, like that's a normal person, has seen Messi play before in person.
yeah. I think that's going to be we're going to have to go regardless. I don't care how much the tickets are.
I want to go just in general. I don't care if it's like 2-3 hours away, like Chicago or something. That'd be so sick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd go hands down. All right. Well, I think that is the last thing we wanted to cover today was the MLS. So
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the NFL today because nothing's been happening.
nope.
It's basically just DeAndre Hopkins, Dalvin Cook, where they going.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yep.
Because DeAndre Hopkins is going to go like to the Patriots, Titans, and they're still going to suck. Dalvin Cook's going to go to the Jets or the Dolphins, and they're both going to still be good. So nobody cares.
I think it depends on for fantasy where he goes.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, I had him last year.
Who, Dalvin?
Yeah.
Well, you traded a
helped
bunch
me.
of people
When
to me.
against you in the championship.
Yeah, because I gave you a bunch of people that did good, and you gave me a bunch of people that got hurt 2 weeks later. So,
Well, you know,
yeah.
scooters shoot and suckers suck. All right, that is it for us today. be sure to look at all of our socials. We're definitely going to be more active and posting a lot more. My schedule with work is a lot better
Thank
now.
God. This is fucking
I have some help now, so I don't need to be needed every single day. So that's always nice. It gives me more time.
We're gonna try and get on a more consistent basis because I think it'll be a lot easier with this man actually not being at work 24/7. So
yeah, I think that would help a lot. But yeah, I mean, make sure you're looking at our socials, our TikTok, and then
just whatever. I'm basically on everything, Facebook. I mean, whatever you're on, we're on.
There's always Q&A pools after the episode. I never know what they're going to be until we're done, because then we just kind of make them up. But yeah, make sure you at least vote on that. You can always leave a comment. Anytime we see any comments, we make sure we read those out and talk about your questions on the next show. So if you're someone that wants to hear a topic debated or whatever you just want to leave a comment on, make sure you do that. You just do it through Spotify. Podcasters for Spotify.
And anybody that's watching, you have to tell Max he's not allowed to be a Reds and a Pirates fan. Thanks.
Thanks. Fuck you.